life changing because they wouldn't put it in the last like 3 or 4 chapters. Trigger warnings, I guess.
Your hands don't need to be that big.
Calls her tabby cat, which I was like, oh, that's cute.
Okay, didn't see that one coming.
So I have finished Wildfire, so let's get into it. This book, I feel like I say this about every book.
He looks like Jason Momoa.
You're not reading it not to be cringe, it's like a romance at the end of the day. Most romances are a bit cringe, so...
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So if you've seen my other videos, you'll have seen I'm doing the continuing series. I mean, you've clicked on this video, so I assume you kind of know what's going on. But I'm reading Wildside by Elsie Silver. This is the 3rd book in the series. Hi, future Yvette coming to you here. I didn't really explain why I ended up picking Wildside, so I thought I would do a quick little input here. I did a TikTok video where it was like help me choose my next read, and Wildside won by about 4 votes, I think. So yeah, that's why I picked it, because go with the crowd. So yeah, I'll post a clip of it here so you can see, and do go check out my TikTok. But yeah, thank you TikTok for picking my next read for me. Yeah, so far so good. I only read a little bit of it yesterday. I'm on just about to start chapter 9, so page 67. The only thing that I can say about this book so far, which made me howl, and I had to make a TikTok about it, was the MMC is a pro wrestler. I cackled when I found that out. I will try and post a clip of me laughing in here now.
Because what do you mean you're a wrestler? That's not a real job.
I couldn't get over the fact that they just like dropped it in, just like, yeah, pro wrestler. Okay, didn't see that one coming. So today my plan is to carry on reading. The builder's now left, so I've got a chance to read tonight, and Dave is playing football, my husband, so I can hopefully chill and read a lot more of this book. I'll try and keep you updated. If a reading vlog is something that you guys are interested in, if you want me to like sit and read and then maybe we could read along together, then let me know. I'll try and do one of those at some point. I just didn't really know how to film it. So like I say, starting chapter 9, literally a teeny tiny bit of the way through the book. Okay, update. I am on page 120, chapter 14. So you've probably seen already, but I posted a TikTok before about me taking the piss because he said he was a wrestler. Now, listen to this bit. Your physique is too much like Jason Momoa's. He looks like Jason Momoa. His physique. He's big like that. Didn't realise he was meant to look like that. I was taking the piss. Yeah, take it all back. I'm sorry for taking the piss. Taking my glasses off because of the glare. And then they say the way you fill out those jeans is criminal. And then they say your hands don't need to be that big. Big thighs, big hands, Jason Momoa physique.
So I have finished Wildside, so let's get into it. So yeah, I rated this book 4 out of 5 stars. I actually really enjoyed this book. I feel like I say this about every book, obviously apart from Five Brothers. If you've watched my other videos, I didn't enjoy that book. This had a different spin on the kind of cowboy romance, because it wasn't really a cowboy romance, which I didn't hate, because I feel like I've read a lot of cowboy romances now, to the fact it can be a bit like boring, I guess. So the premise followed a professional wrestler. His name is Reese. He was the MMC, and it followed the FMC Tabitha, but everybody calls her like Tabby, or her nephew Milo calls her Tabby Cat, which I was like, oh, that's cute. I can't remember what I've said previously in this video because this was at the start of this week and I was meant to be doing updates and stuff for you guys as I was going along, but you know me, I never do and I forget every time. I did a TikTok about it as well and I took the mickey, and there was someone that actually commented, I'll put the comment up here, but she said he was meant to look like this particular type of wrestler. So I said, let me go Google, let me go see, because I was taking the mickey saying that like that's not a proper profession. Because he said it just came out of nowhere though. You'll get it if you read the book. And it's not really it doesn't spoil anything about the book, me telling you that he's a wrestler, but I think it's maybe like chapter 8 or something around there, and it literally just says, like, when he announces his career to her, it just says, like, I'm a professional wrestler. And I was just sat there like, what have I just read? Like, it didn't seem real, so that was like my first initial reaction to that, because I was cackling my pants. Then during the book you kind of get used to it a bit, and I did actually get used to him being a wrestler. The book did just seem a bit far-fetched though. That's the one thing I couldn't get over, was it did seem a bit cringe that he was a wrestler, because I'm like, maybe I'm just being mean because I've never met a wrestler. I don't know. Sorry, I just had to move the camera then. It started to like slam off. Anyway, so back to what I was saying, if I can remember. So yeah, I was taking the mickey out of him being a professional wrestler. And to be honest, it was quite cringe throughout. But you're not reading it not to be cringe. It's like a romance at the end of the day. Most romances are a bit cringe. So that I didn't really get over. There's a bit of a struggle that they have to overcome, but I feel like they put it right at the end, like the last few chapters, and I'm kind of like, obviously nothing that bad is going to happen. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not going to be anything life-changing, because they wouldn't put it at the last like 3 or 4 chapters. I feel like Elsie Silver could have definitely dragged that out over maybe like the last 10 chapters, or done it like 15 chapters before for like a few chapters. And then, you know, there's a possibility that it wouldn't get resolved. That's just what I think. But in terms of Reese as a character, he was super stubborn, self-hating, didn't think that he could be loved. Tabitha, again, stubborn and headstrong, knows what she wants. So those are the pair. This is a very much enemies to lovers situation. Her sister has a big involvement in it, and if you've already read it you'll get what I mean, but I won't spoil anything else about her sister. But her sister has a big involvement in good and bad ways in this book, and it does, like, there are some like trigger warnings, I guess. It's a typical miscommunication theme throughout this book. I'll read a bit of what it says on the back, so this isn't spoiling it. It says, "I've always dreamed of my wedding day, but not like this, not looking into the eyes of a man who betrayed me. As when my nephew's guardianship is contested, I decided I'll do whatever it takes to keep him in Rose Hill, even if it means marrying the enemy." It's one of those enemies to lovers miscommunication books, and actually I didn't hate it. And I think I like a miscommunication book, which I'm surprised about. I think it was also a slow burn in my opinion, but I also like that too, I've just realised. A cowboy romance I'm kind of like done about now. Like, I'm kind of like, yeah, they're all the same, and I don't think I want to read another cowboy romance for a while. I do have Elsie Silver's Chestnut Spring series I need to read. I read Flawless, but I can't remember what happened in Flawless, so I'll have to do like a TikTok catch up, because I read that last year. And me being me, didn't carry on with the series, so that is on my list. But I think that might be like a later on this year, or if I have nothing else to read on my TBR, a good one. But we shall see. I am kind of done with cowboy romances just for a little bit, even though this wasn't a cowboy romance, because he's a professional wrestler, so it doesn't even count. Would I recommend this? Yes. If you've read the other two, Wild Love and Wild Eyes, this little bit on the back there, if you have read them, this is something a bit different. Again, it's like part of the Rose Hill series, so this is another one ticked off my list, and this is the continuing book series. Yeah, I rated it 4 stars because even though it's a samey romance and there's a resolution in the end, I enjoy the book, so I would recommend it. 4 stars. Now, can I remember the other 2 books? No, not at all. I can't remember what happened in them at all. I read this recently. Now, should I be rating books that I can't remember 4 stars? No. But at the time I do enjoy them, so I can't really say like, oh well, I'm gonna rate them down, because again, I'll say this is a 4 stars now, but in 4 months time, will I remember what happened? No. Yeah, that's all to say that 4 stars. Elsie Silver smashed it again. Love her immersive writing, and thank you for watching this video. This is the continuing series. This is another one down, and please like, Comment below if you've read this, if you want to read it, and subscribe to my channel. Yeah, that's all I've got to say. So happy reading. Love you guys a lot. Speak to you later. Bye.